welcome to Mandobug Crafts, episode 74. What's up, everybody? My name is Amanda, but you may know me on the internet as Mandobug. This is my crafty podcast where I talk about the things that I'm knitting and spinning and crocheting. This week I have knit and crochet only. I'm coming to you from Buckley, Washington, where I live with my husband and 2 kids. And I like to start the show out with something I've learned. So this week, something I've learned was so much fun, but it didn't come naturally. And I watched the videos, dang it. So I dyed speckled yarn. And I'm gonna go ahead and apologize right now because I can hear the rasp in my throat, and so I hope that doesn't bother you guys too much. I just started getting sick about yesterday-ish, and this throat thing is new today, and like the fatigue is set in. I'm sleepy. I took a little nap with the kids. They stayed asleep. I got up and was like, I better podcast. So, sorry about the throat, but the speckles! So this yarn is so much fun. So I have dyed yarn before. I've dyed fiber before, but I've never tried to do speckled yarn before. And I was like, I don't know what to do. So I took to YouTube and I found Nicole of Hugh Loco's dyeing tutorials, which were amazing. I just didn't follow directions very well the first time. So this yarn I got undyed from Paradise Fibers. It is their Kramer Wilma undyed merino sock yarn. And it doesn't, that's all it says on here. So I have to look it up, but I think it's just one, it's probably a merino nylon blend, but I'll look it up and put it on the screen. And I originally wanted to do white yarn with pink and orange speckles. That's not what this is. So the idea is that the speckles can't get in the water or they dissolve and you get a kettle dyed effect. So, you know, Nicole in her video was like, oh, like a ½ inch of water. So I thought that I had, you know, a small enough amount of water in my pot when I went to do my speckling. I did not. It just hit the water and dissolved. It was supposed to hit the yarn, not the water. So I was pretty frustrated. I wrung the skein out to dry and I went to bed. Got up in the morning and was like, no, F this. We're gonna dye over the top. I'm gonna speckle. So I did it again, this time with less water in the pot, and it worked. So, you know, I'm not the best. You know, this is my first time doing it. There are, you know, areas that could be improved. There are other speckle artists that are much more skilled than I am, but I am happy with the way that it turned out. And because I wanted to do black speckles, I went ahead and over-dyed the whole skein with this hot pink. So, I'm excited to dye more. It was so much fun. I just need to get more colors because right now I only have 3. I have orange, pink, and black. When I was in Georgia, I had shared dyes with Lindsay, and I left all my dye stuff with her, so she's got all the dyes, so I have to start over. But anyways, this yarn I'm actually giving away. I know, it's crazy because I really want to keep it. But you guys, my Podiversary is coming up. So my very first video to YouTube was uploaded August 26th of 2013, which means this is going to be 4 years of podcasting for me, which is crazy to think of. So I wanted to do a giveaway. So I'm going to give away this skein of yarn, so whoever wins can have this yarn if they so choose, but I know everyone is not in love with pink. So if the winner does not want this yarn, I'll gladly keep it. And we can arrange a custom project bag. We can work together on fabric and embroider options, bag options. I will make a custom bag for you. So in order to enter, I want to do it on YouTube. So in order to enter to win either this skein or a custom-made project bag by me, leave a comment in this video on YouTube. I would prefer if it was some constructive criticism about the podcast, something you'd like to see or something you would like improved. But if you just want to say hi, you want yarn, that's totally fine. Just make sure you are a subscriber. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel and make sure you leave a comment in this video, and I will draw for the winner next week. So yay, speckled yarn. Moving on to finished objects. I do have a finished object this week. I finished my Behind the Stars beanie. Now, I wish I would have put another row. It did block, and it is past my ears, and it's doable, it's wearable, but I wish I would have put another row in this hat. So when I do go to write it up, I am going to add another row in the pattern. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with the hat. I'm very pleased with the yarn. Absolutely love the yarn. So Behind the Stars is my own design that I'm writing up, and I crocheted it using Haiku Sueño in a limited edition colorway Huckleberry Pie using a 5.5mm eye hook. And it's just a simple beanie with a star stitch body worked in the back loop to give you some ridges. So I don't know if you can tell from far away, but up close you can kind of see that star stitch design. This isn't the best yarn to show off the design, but I really wanted to make this hat and I really wanted to use this yarn. The brim is just a front and back post rib, which isn't really stretchy as a rib, but it is cute. So that's why I went with that. That's the only finished object I have this week. This week I have spent most of my time and energy, well, crafty-wise, because all my time and energy has been to homework. I'll talk about that later. But other than that, it's been towards this unicorn blanket, which I told you guys last week that I wanted to have done by this week. It is not done, but it is very close. So I have a horn, which I might redo because it's looking a little long. This is just, I'm just making this up as I go, kind of shaping, freeform crochet shaping this. I worked it in the back loop to try to give it a ridge, and I held the acrylic with some Vegas, the sparkly Vegas yarn that I have. So I have my horn, I have two ears, which kind of look like bunny ears, but I think once you, see if I can do this. If I put the horn on, and then the ears are like, you know, where they're supposed to be, they won't look like bunny ears. Originally, they were way too long, and I had to take out a couple rows, but I think we're good now. But the blanket is done. It's massive, and I'm working on putting the mane in. So this is why the ears and horn aren't attached yet, because, ow, that one got me in the eye. Because I'm still working on putting the mane in. So this is for a child. So the hood's not deep enough for my head, but I think it'll be perfect for a kid. And the mane is not, I'm not happy with it yet. I don't feel like it's full enough. I want it to be a nice full mane, and I think I'm gonna comb some of this out to fluff it up. But once the mane's on, then we can put the horn on. And then we can put the ears on. And I think we'll be going somewhere. I think we'll be somewhere that will make a 5-year-old super happy. So I just got tired of tying the mane together, and so I stopped. But the blanket and the body is done. Now the hood, I told you guys last week that I was probably going to do a long rectangle and just sew it together. But when I did that, it left this giant point on the back of the head, and I just was not happy with that. So what I did instead was I made a heel. I made a heel at the back of the hood and stopped halfway through the heel. And then I started working this way, and I worked around the whole hood to try to bring it forward. You can see this is me tying the mane together from the inside. So I'm hoping this turns out as cute as I think it's going to be. I think no matter what, the recipient's going to love it. What 5-year-old doesn't want to run around in a unicorn blanket? So I'm just glad the blanket part is done. And I crocheted this using a 9mm N crochet hook, and I was holding Red Heart Super Saver double. The main, I am just tying in some Hobby Lobby I Love This yarn that I had in stash with some of that Vegas. That's what's going to give you that sparkle. I'm loving the Vegas, and I'm loving holding it with other yarns too. I haven't worked on my Vegas top because I'm finding that I'm enjoying working on one knit project and one crochet project. And this is the crochet project that has taken over my life at the moment. So once I get that unicorn blanket done and off to the recipient before their birthday, hopefully, I can get back to my crochet top that I'm using Vegas to do. The other work in progress that I've actually made progress on this week is the Starting Point wrap by Joji Locatelli, and I've gotten pretty far since I showed you guys last time. So it's actually a rectangle shape now. Last time I had showed you I was about here, and now I've gotten wide enough to become a rectangle, and we're going up. And my needles are just a little, like, they're like almost exactly the size of the piece, so it's hard to show you fully. But I'm really enjoying working on this. So if I get up close, this is Madeline Tosh Twist in Birch Gray, Hedgehog Sock in Copper Penny. This is Penguin Soup Royal MCN in Whitefall. This is Madeline Tosh Twist in Leopard. And then this is Hedgehog Sock in Vengeance. And so, I still keep going back and forth. Do I love it? Do I hate it? Do I love it? Do I hate it? And I think I love it. It's not my normal color combination, but I think it's something that I'm going to wear a lot. I just want to get it finished to find out. But this thing's massive, right? Once I finish this, I have to knit a whole second one and then join them. So I've been trying not to think too much about it being a finished object anytime soon, and just kind of try to enjoy the knit. I'm at a section now where it's mostly just kind of garter, and so I've been enjoying that. I was able to knit that in the car today while having a conversation and not really worry about messing up the pattern. And that is a pay-for pattern. Oh, I didn't say the unicorn blanket. There are pay-for pattern options. There are free pattern options. I'm following none of them. I'm just kind of making up on the fly based on the picture I was sent from Pinterest. So current events. Yesterday kicked off the very last week of my Ripple As You Go crochet along that I am doing with Skissel. This is the scarf version of the pattern. There's a scarf and a stole option. The scarf's real short. It's got a ripple body and the motifs. This week is joining the body to the motifs, so it's just one row. Just one row this week, but it is a little bit of a tricky row, so there's video support to help with that, as well as I charted the whole thing. It was quite a bit of work to chart it. I'm still using Stitch Fiddle to chart my crochet designs, and it's a free program built into a website, so you don't have to download anything, which is nice because I have a Chromebook and that's not really a computer. It's great, it's small, portable, great for homework, which is what I mostly use it for. And then I can also do the charting on there because it's like, what do you call that, a web-based app? Is that? I don't know the appropriate term. But I feel like it has room for improvement, but it's the best web-based app I've seen for freeform crochet, because you get access to the chart symbols and pretty much free roam to put them together. So yeah, that is going on. This is crocheted using a 3.75mm hook and a Shopple Zauberball Darkest 6. And so I can't believe it's already the last week, but the last clue came out yesterday. Not that it was mystery, but it was released in segmented pieces. And then for upcoming events, I am going to be hosting a Halloween make-along from September 1st all the way through October 31st. So stay tuned for that. I don't have my projects planned out yet, but I always have at least one or two planned Halloween projects going on. I think last year I knit socks and I worked a little bit on one of my Halloween cross stitches. So I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I will be doing some Halloween making. And then I don't have anything for Let's Chat this week. And you know, I feel like, do you guys feel like you shifted? My tripod has been being lazy on one leg lately, and I was having issues setting it up today. And now I'm looking at my monitor, and it looks like you guys might be falling. Hopefully that's not the case. But yeah, I don't have a I don't have a check it out this week. Oh, sorry. I should put my phone on silent. I don't have a check it out this week. I thought and I thought and I thought, and I didn't have, and nothing came to mind. And I was like, well, you know what? If I don't have anything to share, we're just going to scratch it, because I'm not going to force myself to share something that I don't think you should check out. So, no, check it out this week. Moving on to Let's Chat. I mean, getting sick has not been fun. I mean, luckily it is. It's just like a congestion, pressure, and tired thing, and hopefully that's all that it stays at. Emily got it first, and we thought that just something was wrong with her. Maybe something upset her stomach, but then Jack got it, and now I have it, and I think we gave it to family. So, whoops. Oh, and I don't know if I said already, Josh got it too. So, dealing with that has not been fun, and my brain has just been scattered. I'm taking my 3 classes right now, and my 3rd class is about to end, so I have a lot on my plate for that class. And I've been working Saturdays at work. Normally I only work 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, and now I have been working Saturdays as well, which cuts into my homework time, which meant that last Sunday, from the time I got up almost until the time I went to bed, I was just doing nothing but homework, and I still didn't finish everything on time. I turned in a 2-page paper that was supposed to be 3 to 5 pages. Luckily I have a 98% in that class, so I think I'm still going to pass, but that's not normally the kind of work that I put out, and I don't like that I'm struggling to keep up with the amount of work in my classes. But I'm not going to give up things like being a mom, being a wife, being an employee, crafting. I can't give those things up. So I just have to take a little bit from each, and this week some of that didn't make it to my school, which is okay, because I'm still meeting well beyond minimum requirements. But this week is actually my last week for that class, and I'll only have 2 classes, and things should ease out, and I should be able to get back into crafting, especially because today I went with one of my very best friends to Hobby Lobby and Joann to pick up some supplies for baby crafts. So she is pregnant with her first child. Little baby Evelyn is on her way. She'll be here in January, and I totally offered to make a bunch of things for her, and I can show you my stack of fabric that we got. This is the stack of fabric. So we went with 3 projects in mind, but we only got for 2, and then a 3rd one that we didn't plan. So, she got a bassinet for free, but was not in love with the fabric, and I said, oh, no worries. I will redo your bassinet in the fabric of your choosing. So she fell in love with this fabric from Joann, and we're going to pair that with some gray, this flower fabric, and then this really soft polyester for a lining on the inside, which I'm going to put elastic around so it fits around the insert of the bassinet, so if there is spit up or anything, it can easily be washed, because I know, at least my babies, spit up a lot. Well, at least Emily did. Jack, not so much, but Emily, all the time. And then she found this fabric and was absolutely in love. And so she's like, well, what can I do with that? And I was like, well, it's a flannel. And for my kids, I generally took a flannel and black backed it with the polyester. So she picked out this polyester for the back. And then, oh, this was supposed to go home with her. This was fabric that she got on sale that she wanted a blanket for her house for her and her boyfriend. So that was supposed to go back with her, not come to my house. But then this is gonna be so cute. This is Simplicity 8030, and we are gonna do that top one. So the top one's hat. So hat B. Does it even say that on there? Kind of. That little bear hat, we're going to make that, but instead of the ears, we're going to make antlers. And then we're going to make this onesie right here, and we're going to put antlers on that as well. And we got this brown, I don't remember what she called it. It wasn't Sherpa. I don't know why Sherpa's coming to mind. Well, maybe it was. Maybe it was called Sherpa. Something like that. I'm pretty sure it's a polyester too, but it looks like animal fuzz, like a bear. And then it's going to be lined with this knit fabric. So I've got a lot of sewing in my future. I also offered to make her a diaper bag, but she wasn't in love with any of the prints that she saw at Hobby Lobby or Joann, and I said, don't worry, there are other fabric stores, there's fabric online, don't get anything if you're not in love with it, we'll figure it out. She wants to do an under the sea theme, specifically mermaids, and so I'm thinking if I can look around on Urban Threads for some mermaid embroidery patterns and see what strikes her fancy, excuse me, we can work with that, because I told her, the fabric doesn't have to be a print you love. It can be a solid, and I can do some embroidery on it, and it will really tie things together. So I got a lot of work ahead of me for that, and I'm really excited to dive in. I just, why am I going to school? I know why. It's just like at the bottom of what I want to do. That's so bad, but it's so true. And then other than that, I bottled my latest batch of kombucha. We flavored it watermelon. I did half watermelon ginger, half watermelon. I'm drinking a watermelon ginger. Josh is drinking a watermelon today. I think mine tastes like a pink Starburst. And I asked Josh, and he said, well, it's definitely sweeter than the brews you've made recently. And that's because I normally only put a tablespoon of fruit puree in each bottle, but this time, because I had so much watermelon and it was really runny, I did 3 tablespoons, which is a lot. But I didn't want to waste any, and there wasn't enough to keep for another time, so I just evenly distributed it, and it was about 3 tablespoons. But I'm thinking maybe the ginger in mine is what's giving me the starbursty flavor. I'm gonna have to have him try the ginger watermelon and let me know, because I didn't try his and he didn't try mine yet, and he's already at work. He takes his to work. So I'm so enjoying brewing kombucha and playing with the flavors, and yeah. So that's all I have for you guys this week. I feel like I blew through everything really fast, so I hope I didn't forget to talk about something. And if I did, I will just let you guys know during next week's episode. So until then, happy crafting. Bye!